Hey everybody, I'm back with yet another 3 words in 5 minutes video. Today's topic is confounding comp words, words that start with comp. Now usually I give you the 3 words and then throw in a bonus word while we're doing the discussion or at the end of the video. But today I'm going to start with the bonus word. Our bonus word is first confound. Let's understand the topic of the discussion today. To confound is to make something very confusing, to add to the confusion. So confounding COMP words are basically words that are very confusing. They sound similar. Our 3 words today are complicit, complacent and complacent, and you can already see how confusing that can get. And that's why our title has the word confounding in it. I have a bonus word to the bonus word, and that's compound. But it sounds very similar to confound, but does not mean the same thing at all. To compound is to add to. So I'm compounding our discussion right now by adding the bonus word compound. Usually it's used when you want to say something like compound interest, or when you want to say something negative like my worries are being compounded. That's the usual usage, but you can see how confound and compound sound similar but mean very different things. Similarly, our 3 main words today sound similar but mean very different things. The first word, complicit. To be complicit is to help in something that is unlawful, even unethical or immoral, without being an active participant. So you're not the person committing the crime, but you're the person who is turning a blind eye to the crime, who allowed for the crime to happen, like is happening in this illustration that you see here. Now these 2 people are bullying this person. You can see them pointing and making jokes and this person looking dejected. So this is the victim, these are the perpetrators of the crime, but this person is complicit in the event. They're watching on, not doing anything to stop the bullies. And that is a good example for you to remember how complicit is typically used. I also have an example sentence for you. The company president is being suspected of being complicit in the insider trading accusations that were made against the CFO. So CFO is the person who is actually being tried for the crime, but they believe that the president probably knew about it and was involved somehow without being an active participant. Our second word is complacent. Complacent means someone who is so smug, so confident in how good they are in their skills and their abilities, that they actually become lazy and they stop putting in effort and they stop trying. Smug and confident to the extent that you feel that you do not need to try. Now here's an example sentence, a very relatable example sentence. I hope you don't become complacent like Rachel here in the sentence. Because Rachel had done so well in the practice exams, she became overconfident and stopped practicing questions, and her complacency, which is the noun form of the adjective complacent, cost her the exam. So she ended up doing very badly in the actual exam because she was so confident about how well she was going to be doing. Our third and final word is complacent, which sounds super similar to complacent. Complacent is someone who is always willing to help, always willing to please others, and does not protest. This is not necessarily used in a positive sense, because usually when you call someone complacent, you mean that they are either a yes man, or you mean that they are very meek and that they are very easily overwhelmed by the other people in their lives. I have taken the example of this overworked intern or secretary, possibly in an office setting, who's carrying a bunch of coffee and a bunch of files at the same time, trying to help others and please others. But look how overworked she is. And that's complacent. I have an example sentence. When the entrepreneur made his pitch to the venture capitalists, they initially mistook his mild mannerisms and good nature to mean that he was complacent, but they could not have been more wrong. So this was actually a bold person who was not going to give in and be an yes man just for the sake of pleasing others, but just because he's a nice guy, people thought that they could walk all over him. right? Alright, so those are our 3 words, and I'm wrapping up with a text completion question as usual. You have one blank, all the words that we have discussed today as your options. Put your answer in the chat, make sure you understand the context of the sentence, and I will see you again in the next vocabulary video. Wait, I have disappeared from the screen, but that doesn't mean it's time for you to go. Here are some bonus words for you. Show us your proclivity for our videos, hit that like button, hit the bell icon so that you can usher in future lessons by clicking on the graphical chime, and of course you need to subscribe. Let us know your endorsement for the channel. See you in the next one.